I've been reading a lot of plays lately, and I wanted to make a quick video to spread the word about some of my favourites. These are all contemporary texts. Some I've recently read for the first time, some I've rediscovered, and I think they're the perfect plays for right now. So these are my play reading recommendations. Pomona by Alistair McDowall. This is a dark, futuristic thriller set in a desolate district of Manchester, and at the heart of the story is a young woman called Ollie searching for her sister. Pomona is very filmic and surreal. It's almost a theatrical child of the sci-fi and comic book world. Every single scene is crammed with high energy, high stakes, and absorbing drama, and as soon as you've finished reading it, you'll want to reread it straight away. I think it's awesome and endlessly fascinating. The Possibilities by Howard Barker. I was introduced to this play 15 years ago at drama school, and it's always stayed with me. On rereading it, it couldn't feel more relevant and important, and Barker's language feels miraculous and so muscular. The play consists of 10 standalone scenes, and each one acts as a snapshot illuminating the horrors and hypocrisies of war, violence, and politics. The Possibilities has so many parallels to our contemporary world. It's 35 years old, but feels like it was written yesterday. It's a remarkable rediscovery. Orphans by Dennis Kelly. This is one of Dennis Kelly's earlier plays, and I like to think of it as a mini epic. This is the opening. Helen and Danny's flat. A candlelit dinner interrupted. Helen dressed up, Danny dressed up. Liam stands there having just come in. He has blood all down his front. Pause. They stare at him for a long time. What an astonishing opening image to a play. It's a thrilling three-hander where all of the characters are tested to the limits of love, loyalty, and trust. The psychology of the characters is explored amazingly, and this play has so many gobsmacking twists and turns. The Scent of Roses by Zinnie Harris. This is the newest play on my list, and it premiered in February 2022. In it, a wife takes her husband hostage to have an honest conversation, a young woman covered in blood visits a friend, and an alcoholic daughter returns to her mum. The Scent of Roses is a simply outstanding new play. It's about betrayal, forgiveness, and unforgiveness. It's punchy and pacey. It's a play that so perceptively explores the cost of love, its obsessiveness and destructiveness. Cannibals by Rory Mullarkey. This is a brand new discovery for me, but it premiered 9 years ago at Manchester's Royal Exchange, and my god, this play rockets straight to the top to be one of the best plays that I've ever read. It's been a while since I've read a play that's so bold, so powerful, so raw, so devastating and huge in scale. It's a massive play that feels like a fresh fusion of a big Bertolt Brecht or Carol Churchill piece. The story follows Lizaveta, a young woman who is fighting to survive a war in Eastern Europe. And with the ongoing war in Ukraine, this play is almost unbelievably poignant and prescient. Cannibals has everything. It's got incredible characters, surreal, almost unstageable ideas, and gut-punching moments of drama. It's a play about the cost of survival, about the atrocities of war. It's heavy and bleak, it's seamlessly political and constantly surprising. In a word, stunning. The Wolf from the Door by Rory Mullarkey. This is another cracker from Rory Mullarkey. It's a smaller play in some ways, but just as brilliant. It's set in a United Kingdom on the brink of implosion and revolution, a country tearing itself apart at the seams where drastic action is urgently needed. It follows Catherine, a wealthy woman, and a young man called Leo who's poor and homeless. The pair work together to instigate an insurrection and revolution. Again, it's a play that's huge in scope, but layered with razor-sharp sarcasm and wit as it astutely satirises Britishness. It feels absurd, yet down-to-earth, far-fetched, yet totally feasible. It's set in a weird world brimming with apathy and ruthlessness, and it all feels frighteningly familiar. Angel by Henry Naylor. Next up is a one-woman play about a 19-year-old Kurdish woman called Rihanna, who transforms herself into a notorious sniper. It's a compelling story about surviving a war as a woman. It's empowering, inspiring, and breathtaking. It's fast-paced, yet still makes time to explore beautiful moments about family, honour, and history. It's another story of survival with so many resonances for now. Milked by Simon Longman. This is a totally unique two-hander and, amazingly, was Simon Longman's first published play. Milked is set in rural Herefordshire and it follows two young men trying to save a dying cow. The play skillfully unpicks so many huge issues, exploring how young men communicate with each other and how we all find and fulfill our purpose. It's a super snappy play to read and it's completely hilarious, heartwarming and moving. The 306 Dusk by Emanuel. This is the third play in a brilliant trilogy exploring the long-lasting impacts of war that premiered 100 years after the start of World War I. The title refers to the 306 British soldiers who were executed for cowardice. This play focuses on a pregnant school teacher visiting the Somme on a school trip, an injured veteran of the Iraq War suffering from PTSD, and a soldier who wakes up 100 years after being executed. The play features music, songs, and a choir. It's mainly told through monologues and it's an emotional and harrowing piece. The 306 Dusk beautifully articulates the complexities and far-reaching resonances of war with real honesty and clarity. Spoonface Steinberg by Lee Hall. My final recommendation is a play that started life in 1997 as a Radio 4 play, and it was performed by an 11-year-old girl. Lee Hall then reworked it as a stage play in 1999. I've only recently discovered this play and it's magical. Spoonface is a 7-year-old autistic girl dying of cancer. It sounds intense, but there is so much beauty that flourishes in this play. It's another brilliant story about human survival. It's about faith, history, and how we as humans make it through horrible times. It clearly influenced plays like Curious Incident and Glee and Me, which I've made a video on, linked above. But this play, certainly for me, was an uncovered gem, a beautiful, all-encompassing story about humanity. So there we go, 10 plays that are really resonating with me at the moment, and I urge you to check them out and read them. Let me know down in the comments if or when you've read these plays, any thoughts that you have on them. Please give a thumbs up for these playwrights and their work, and hit that subscribe button down below. Finally, check out these other videos that I've made that I think you'll like. This one is about playtexts, this one is about 10 amazing plays, and these two down the bottom are two that the YouTube algorithm thinks that you'll like. Thanks very much, YouTube. And thanks to you for watching to the end. Take care and all the best.